This fucking guy, he puts a mayo on a pasta. Oh! Welcome everybody to another episode of the Jay and Kyle Show. My name is Kyle Andrew. This is Jay Perry. Today, we are having a discussion, a debate, if you will, about what the best food to get after a drunken bar night is. Jay, the floor is yours.
It's funny because we met because of bars.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
For a quick story, Kyle was my boss back in like 2010 or 9 or something like that when you hired me to do the nightclub photography at one of the clubs you were working at. So you and I had some fun times there, and we know all about bar food.
Yeah.
And, I think, are we talking like a night where you just get like super hammered at a bar? Are we talking like a couple beers? What are we thinking?
Well, I think there's, the logistics of this itself are an issue because I feel like if I've only had a couple of beers, I don't have that massive, greasy, dirty craving thing going on in my body. So a couple of beers isn't going to put me there. But like if I'm way drunk, like way over the edge in a way I haven't been in some time, I don't even know if I have the faculties to make it happen, or it depends on who you're with. Are you Ubering home? Are you getting the Uber guy to drive through? I think we're talking about like that mid to high range drunk where you're you're not operating a vehicle, but you're still lucid. You're having a good time, but you've probably had like 3 drinks too much. And you're just feeling it. You're craving it. You want all of the things. You can't hook up with someone. You didn't meet anyone. Food's your thing you're going home with. So what's it going to be?
So those nights you go to the bar with your boys to have one beer and end up having 12, like we said.
Yeah.
No one intends to go to the bar to have 12 beers.
No one has their first beer. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to have 11 more.
Yeah. So we've all been there.
Yeah.
And to think of, what is my go-to or my best bar food after, I think I would start with an ingredient that finds its way into whatever I eat, whether it be a pasta, a sandwich, chips. I'm always somehow including mayo in there.
Okay.
Mayo seems to find its way even on a plate of spaghetti at 4 a.m.
Right.
And because I'm lazy.
Wait, what? Why did I just say right to that? What?
So
there are Italian people watching this right now, and we grew up with many, many of them.
Yes.
Cringing right now.
What's the world coming to?
Yeah.
This fucking guy, he puts a mayo on a pasta. Oh.
And not only do I put it on pasta, I'm putting it like ragu sauce on pasta. And I'm not scooping it with a spoon. I got the squeeze bottle mayo that you just make some nice shapes. It's funny, my nickname in high school was Mayo with some people because I would get these chicken burgers at Newman. Do you remember the chicken burgers?
Oh yeah, is that why?
They were so good.
Is that why your name was
and
Mayo?
I would just load on mayo on them.
Yeah, I do remember those chicken burgers. They were fucking stellar.
So good. So I'll start with an ingredient that mayo seems to find its way into everything, no matter what. Do you got to go to an ingredient first?
No. I'm like, here's my thing. Like the angle I'd approach this from, and we do have to get to like if you just eat packets of mayo, that's hilarious. I doubt that's the case.
No.
But no, to me, it's more about what I'm not getting at that point, and what I'm not craving is sugar. So I don't want sweets. I don't want like cookies or baked goods or icing cakes. Like like cake sugary things. I don't want sugar. I have this long-standing belief that I need grease to soak up the alcohol, which has no scientific basis in anything whatsoever, but it's like the thought process. So I want food by weight, like how many burgers is it? How many, Taco Bell was always a huge go-to for me. Cause it's like greasy and dirty stuff. Like, and I don't mean dirty in obviously it's not healthy. Like we know this. But I mean dirty and that's dirty. Like that sort of thing, right?
That's where I want to go. It's like, you're a healthy guy. Try to eat healthy too. When you're about to make that decision on what to eat, does it ever enter your mind, this is not good for me and I'm going to feel worse tomorrow because of this?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. There's a couple things at play here. I had such a long history in fitness and health and stuff. I can't eat anything without understanding exactly what effect it will have on my body, and that doesn't change when I'm drunk. Secondly, food can't hurt, it can only help, except sugar, which can change the way alcohol metabolizes. That's why sugary alcohol drinks give you worse hangovers than non-sugary.
Right.
Shitty sugary wine gives you worse hangovers than good organic wines, and so on and so forth. That might be part of why I avoid sugar, but mostly it's just not satisfying to me. It wouldn't weigh in my decisions much, to be honest with you.
Okay. My decision making just goes way out the window,
Yeah.
big
Oh,
time, because
totally.
when I'm drunk, and I mean, I always seem to go back to pizza because that's like it's like a good choice. It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
You're going to enjoy it. You will probably have 6 or 7 slices. I do dip them in mayo, sometimes mayo and barbecue sauce if I'm getting crazy. But one night it almost killed us. And I'll tell you a quick story. I was in St. Catharines with my buddy Steve's house. We went out to some bar, probably the Chili Pepper back in the day. You know, went out for a couple beers, had 15, went back to his house, and we threw a pizza in the oven, probably a Delicious or one of those frozen pizzas. And next thing we knew, we were being woken up by all the thick black smoke in the house. We had both fallen asleep, and the pizza was still in the oven.
That's really
thankfully that the pizza just burned and it didn't catch on fire or anything like that. But we may have been close to not being here and being lit on fire and not having our pizza, which we didn't get. So pizza, although it has some sort of negative implications because of that night, I still go to it.
My issue with that,
slice.
my history with pizzas late at night is that they're always of inferior quality. It's like the people know they're selling to drunk people and they don't need to bring out their A game. That's been my history with it. I also have a drunken bar story about this though too. So one of my other best friends in the world, a guy named Eric, we used to always, after the bars you were talking about earlier, the ones I hired you to shoot in, we would walk over to his house, which was like a block away from the bar district we had all the clubs in. We'd walk to his house to after party all the time, like a couple more drinks and the night. Our last call where we're from is at 2 a.m., so we'd go to 4, whatever it was. He had a little deck out on his patio. Well, there's the bar food situation. Everyone wants to eat after the bar and whatnot. I never had money on me to go because, as a standard rule, I didn't carry my personal cash in my pockets to work because I was often handling the bar's cash. And like, if I got $100 of my own money and then shove $1,000 to the bar, like I just don't want to have that situation. So I never had my own cash on me, and who carries cash, right? One night I did. And people had mocked me and made fun of me that I never had money on to buy it. So I went to McDonald's and I bought like $140 worth of every McGriddle, double Big Mac, you name it, every breakfast food, like it was like 5 massive, I don't even remember how many bags of it, showed up at this guy's place and just said, here you go, everyone, here's this. And like other roommates he lived with were waking up the next day and eating for like hours. There was like $140 worth of McDonald's, and it's a story we still kind of tell. Now, the reason McDonald's is just, it's kind of a segue into McDonald's because McDonald's is always open. They often have breakfast food by the time you're drunkenly craving it. Everyone kind of universally likes something from there. And obviously I'm not counting like vegans and stuff like that, but just even when vegans were kids, it was probably their place too, for whatever marketing reasons, whatever it is. McDonald's is likely to be the most universally accessible after hours drunk bar food place, but I don't think it's my favorite.
Okay.
You can get mayo there though.
You can. It's actually called McChicken sauce.
Oh, really? So it's mayo with some sort of spice in it?
Yeah. Yes. So I had this idea, and I think that I don't have a specific favorite bar food after.
Right.
But I love the experience. What I think is I love inventing food choices after the bar.
Okay.
Now, one thing I can think of that sticks in my head right away that was delicious. Hear me out. We get a slice of pizza from probably like Pizza or Gino's or something. Your standard pepperoni slice. Maybe there was a couple mushrooms, green peppers on there. Who knows? We get that. You get a barbecue sauce with it. Big fan of their barbecue sauce. You go home. You put 2 Eggo waffles in the toaster. Those are your buns. Eggos, pizza slice, barbecue sauce, mayo. And I liked putting things in sandwich form. And that would be my go-to after bar food is a Eggo waffle pizza mayo sandwich.
Wow, that is so specific.
Yeah.
That's so specific.
And
but
I
it's a
can
good
tell,
answer.
Yeah, by the way your mouth is salivating,
Yeah.
that you are going to do that this weekend. Alcohol or not, I don't know. But I feel like I see that in your future.
I might do it after we record this.
I mean, that's a great answer, a great thing to do.
I'm craving Delicio now, actually, since you said that. Yeah, see, when I thought of this question, I didn't think of an answer so specific. I do like the idea of inventing things, though. I remember a few of us used to always, even if we were just getting from McDonald's, we would always complicate and modify what we were getting. Because at 4 a.m., you don't want the Big Mac that's sitting out. So I would always order a Big Mac with extra pickles, extra mac sauce. So they had to make a new one. Right? They won't open up a sitting, it's like a policy thing. They won't open up a sitting burger to add things. They'd have to make a new one. So you'd always get fresh things. Then you'd have to drive. Please wait up front. They carry your bag out here. Blah, blah, blah. It was just a strategy to make sure you were getting fresh food. For me, though, I think the king is Taco Bell. But if I had to like narrow it to an item on there, like I would always get 2 combos where I could get 2 fry supremes with it. And coat the fry supremes with the hottest hot sauce they had available as an add-on. And those fries, everything else I was shoveling into my face was just along for the ride, but it was about those fry supremes. Oh, I loved them so much. I haven't had a fried supreme in years.
Same. I got a scenario for you.
Yeah.
What's better? An after bar drunken fry supreme that you go and get, or that somebody brings to you? You did nothing. You went home, you start playing video games, and all of a sudden you look over, he or she is like, hey, Kyle, I got a bag of fry supremes for you. Do you want it?
You got to put a ring on that.
Right?
Well, the problem with that is if you're drunk, how are you getting it yourself anyways? Unless your cab's driving through, which I've done, or unless your Uber's driving through, which I've done, or if your DD's driving through. There's scenarios. That's the scenario in which you get it yourself or someone brings it to you. I'm gonna go against what you're probably thinking here. I prefer to get it myself.
Really?
Yeah, I want to eat that alone. I want to cry. I'm not actually gonna cry. It was a joke.
Okay, that's a very good point, because there is no chance that you can be not completely messy eating an Eggo waffle pizza barbecue mayo sandwich. It gets everywhere. You wake up the next morning and somehow it's on the top of your head. So, yeah.
People are going to ask for video of us eating sandwiches like that, right?
I mean, that's very doable.
I'm totally into it. I think we should use the Delicio because I'm craving them since you said that.
Okay, so that would be my go-to bar food.
We actually haven't listed many different places, but I don't think there's a, like... Yeah, if you're down in the States, Chick-fil-A and all that crap.
Yeah, my other option would be, I think they were taquitos. Going home.
Oh my God, on the rollers at 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 4 or 6 taquitos after a bar, and because you can walk, everyone's got a 7-Eleven near them. Yes, that's a very good answer. Taquitos are a very good answer. We used to smash those. Buffalo chicken taquitos. Are we switching our answer right now? Like we could give it. Listen, okay. How about taquitos are the all else fails? If you're at home, like okay, so where I live, I could get a DD to drive me to a Taco Bell, a McDonald's. I could go and get all the ingredients to construct what you listed. All of those things are optional. But if I just want to walk, I can walk and get taquitos. So I think taquitos are the best all else fails option. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I think the easier question would be, what's the worst bar food? Because it's hard to name a bad bar food. Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's got to be just a salad, right? Because for me, if I have salad and I throw a Big Mac sauce on there, maybe grind up some like Doritos and put it on top. Now we're talking.
Okay, but like when I'm saying salad, I'm talking about the salad I would eat 90% of the other time, where it's just a little feta, some pumpkin seeds, all the healthy stuff. But the problem is that's probably the best thing you could eat. Nice, like wipes things through your body nice and clean. It's like a squeegee for your innards. No, what's the worst?
Salad. But going back to the
yeah.
best, like I also will have to throw chips up there. Big chip after bar guy. Big time.
Oh, not me. I'm just not. You're a way bigger chip person than I am. I can live without chips. I like chips, but I don't crave them often.
So, we going with a taquito?
I think that if we have to have a universal answer, taquito is the easiest thing. They're always ready because they leave them on the roller for 72 hours. You can actually, here's one thing you learn about the Jay and Kyle show. We're all about science. Today, what we've learned to you is that you can actually keep a taquito fresh longer than you can wear the socks that you walk to go get it in. Here's a link to the last episode.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm good with taquito.
Yeah, taquito's the answer, man. It's got to be taquito, but taquitos.
Taquitos.
You got to get at least 4.
Taquitos. All right. Well, this has been another interesting episode of the Jay and Kyle show.
Right.
Kyle, your turn.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, because then it'll notify you. We do this like 3 times a week. Leave comments. We want to hear what your preferred drunken bar food is. What's your hangover food, your drunk food? Let's discuss it in the comments, wherever you're seeing this, social media, YouTube, you name it. And yeah, click subscribe. Thank you for the support, all of the things.
Yeah, tell me something that you have come up with on your own, like my waffle pizza idea. And you know what? I'll try one of them. I'll pick one of them.
Really?
I'll make it.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll totally do that.
Sounds good. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next episode. And see you then. Have a good week. Or whatever day it is. 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm craving that waffles.
Honestly, I'm craving a lot of things.
Your papa said to
Well, I had 2 donuts left upstairs, so I run early.